Brokenness feels final, like your story has ended in fragments, too scattered to piece back together. You look at the wreckage of your past, your mistakes, your heart, and wonder how anything good could come from it. But God specializes in broken things. He doesn't discard what's damaged. He redeems it. The cracks you hide are the very places He pours in His grace. The shattered moments you regret are the ones He uses to reveal His strength. With God, brokenness isn't the end. It's the beginning of glory. A different kind of beauty, one that's honest, deep, and soaked in His mercy. We try to hide what's broken, mask it, fix it, pretend it never happened. But God doesn't ask for perfection. He asks for surrender. He's not waiting for you to be whole to use you. He uses the pieces, the scars, the flaws. Because when your story points to His redemption, that's where glory shines brightest. People don't need polished. They need real. And your broken places, in God's hands, become powerful testimonies. He doesn't waste what's been hurt. He heals it, then uses it, not to shame you, but to show the world what grace can do with someone who's been through the fire. God doesn't just repair, He transforms. He takes what the world sees as ruined and turns it into something radiant. Not because you're strong, but because He is. When you offer Him your broken pieces, He doesn't just glue them back together. He builds something new, something better, something that reflects His glory more than before the breaking ever happened. Your pain doesn't disqualify you. It positions you. Your weakness becomes the canvas for His strength, and what once felt like the end becomes a doorway to a deeper, more powerful beginning. That's the beauty of grace. It never leaves you where it found you. Stay connected to these moments of peace. Subscribe and turn on the bell for more. In a world that worships strength, God chooses the broken, not out of pity, but on purpose. Because in brokenness, there's room for healing, room for dependence, room for God to move in ways pride would never allow. The cracks in your life aren't flaws to be hidden. They're openings for His light. You may feel like a mess, but to God, you're a miracle in the making. He doesn't use the flawless. He uses the willing, those who say, I have nothing left, but you can have it all. That's where the glory begins, in surrender, in honesty, in the rubble that He alone knows how to rebuild. Glory doesn't always look like victory. Sometimes it looks like endurance, like getting up when it would be easier to stay down, like praising God with a heart that's still healing. When you let Him have your brokenness, He doesn't just patch it. He repurposes it. He turns the worst chapters of your life into the most powerful testimonies. What was meant to bury you becomes the soil where new life grows. The enemy said it was over, but God is still writing, and His pen bleeds redemption. Every scar tells a story, not of defeat, but of deliverance, not of shame, but of shining grace. God's glory shines brightest through the unexpected, through the woman who lost everything, yet still lifts her hands in worship, through the man whose past is heavy, but whose heart is soft because of it. through the broken who never gave up, even when they had every reason to. These are the lives God uses, not because they're perfect, but because they're willing to let their story point back to Him. Your brokenness isn't a barrier to His purpose, it's the doorway. It's what humbles you, shapes you, and sets the stage for God to show up in undeniable ways. Don't despise the breaking, it's where the breakthrough begins. The world says hide your pain, but God says bring it. Lay it at His feet. Let Him breathe purpose into what once felt pointless. Glory doesn't rise from a sanitized life. It rises from surrendered ruins, from people who have nothing left but faith. And that's where God does His greatest work. Not in your strength, but in your surrender. Not when everything is fixed, but when you're honest about what's broken. Because when people see the beauty that came from your ashes, they won't praise you. They'll praise the one who never let go. So if you're standing in the wreckage of what once was, wondering if anything good can come from it, look up. God isn't finished. He's not afraid of the mess. He's already working glory through it, not in spite of your brokenness, but because of it. What feels like a setback may actually be a setup for something sacred. You are not too far gone. You are not too broken. In God's hands, even shattered lives shine. What's one part of your story you thought disqualified you, but now you see how God is using it for good? Share it below. You never know who you'll encourage.